So there's something new here at the Nashville airport. It's a hotel with a rooftop bar and a nice view of the planes taking off and landing. Had to check it out when I got back here from the NFL Combine. And I also had to share a few thoughts about Zach Wilson, the Jets quarterback who the 49ers might be interested in as a backup. First off, we have to figure out what's going to happen with Sam Darnold. He's signed a year-long deal with the 49ers, and I think the 49ers are running a quarterback reputation rehab program. That's how good Brian Grease is. That's how good the 49ers system is. Sam Darnold showed up as a bust, and I think he's going to be leaving with a chance to prove himself somewhere else. Assuming that happens for Sam Darnold, assuming some other place gives him a shot to compete for a starting job and he prices himself out of the 49ers range, they're going to need another backup. And the reality of last season, losing all those quarterbacks after the 2022 season, including Brock Purdy, the reality of that still exists in the 49ers building. They absolutely want to make sure that they stay insulated at the quarterback position with a backup that has high physical upside. They believe in their program and in their system to be able to milk the best out of any player. They want to run the QB reputation rehab program. Can Zach Wilson be the next entrant for the 49ers? Well, they shipped off, the 49ers did, Trey Lance to the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys gave the 49ers cap relief because of that, $10 million worth of cap relief. Because these first-round picks, all of their contract is guaranteed, all 4 years of it. Zach Wilson was picked a spot ahead of Trey Lance in 2021, so his contract is almost identical to Trey's. If the Jets are able to trade Zach Wilson, they'll get $5 million in cap relief. So the 49ers would have to pay that if the 49ers were the team taking it on. That's why a lot of people think that this is likely to be a situation where the Jets just cut Zach Wilson because they're not sure if they're going to be any takers. However, in that case, the Jets would just have to eat all of the money. It would be dead money for the New York Jets. Another team would not inherit the contract. That's where the Jeff Ulbrich rumors come in. Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator of the Jets, seems like the perfect dream candidate for the 49ers open defensive coordinator scenario. He's coordinated a top 5 defense. He's built that defense over the past 3 years with Robert Saleh, so he fits the 49ers system because the 49ers system was born under Robert Saleh. He's a linebacker. Linebackers obviously are what Kyle Shanahan, I think, is looking for, somebody with at least some linebacker experience. That's been one of the uniform things across some of the candidates here, right, for the 49ers and across the discussions as well. There's been so much talk about Steve Wilks not being able to tie rush and coverage together because he was so focused on the secondary that somebody that's a former linebacker, that's something that checks a box for the 49ers. There's the fact that Jeff Ulbrich is a fiery guy that loves to operate from the sideline. I think the 49ers players really like that, hence why Steve Wilks had to move down to the field last year. And there's also the issue of Jeff Ulbrich being a former 49er, being from Morgan Hill / San Jose. That's also something that plays into the checkbox column of why he'd fit the 49ers as a defensive coordinator. But the big issue is that there's no reason for the Jets to just give up Jeff Ulbrich, who's a defensive coordinator right now, and allow him to make a lateral move while he's still under contract to the 49ers to become their defensive coordinator. The Jets would have to have something to spice up the deal, and maybe that would be sending Zach Wilson over to the 49ers. Just saying, because right now, at face value, it looks like any team inheriting Zach Wilson would be doing the Jets a favor. So maybe the 49ers can do the Jets a favor, inherit Zach Wilson. And hey, the 49ers would also potentially benefit from this, the QB rehab program. They could have that quarterback working on his image, working on the, a potential return to the league in a greater capacity, just like Sam Darnold last year. That could be their QB too. And maybe the 49ers could go ahead and get a defensive coordinator like Jeff Ulbrich. It might be a pipe dream. It might not be something that the Jets are interested in, but the 49ers might be willing to explore all avenues to get their ideal situation. So it is worth watching, and the idea is at least worth bringing up.